Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of my journey to greatness with Dr. Khuthala. I hope you enjoyed this last part.
I now want to talk about your work, the work that you do now, or that you're going to do now, which is amazing. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That is like that. Like I don't know anyone who's actually at your age actually who's become like a senior medical scientist. I think that is amazing. How did you get to that point?
Okay, so I finished my PhD. Let's just to cut the story short, I finished my PhD. So when I finished my PhD, before I even got my PhD certificate, my supervisor already gave me like a postdoc. So
you were going for postdoc after PhD?
For me, I did postdoc because we're still waiting for the certificate.
Oh, okay.
And I was applying actually, but it's just that me applying was not serious. I think I was not serious about applying at that time, but I was applying. So I did a postdoc. For me, it was giving back to Prof. The postdoc was just giving back all the opportunities and everything that he has given me. So it was just giving back for me. So what I did is that I did a postdoc. I thought I would do it for 2 years, but I saw that I've been too nice enough. You understand, to research. I know I'm doing it for love, not for money, but at the same time, because when I was doing postdoc, I think let's just rewind back. When I was doing my master's PhD all along, I was paying fees for my younger sister, because my younger sister, I think it happened like the same as me. We didn't have funding for first year, so she didn't have funding for first year. So first year I had to pay res, I had to pay fees.
How are you as a master's student paying for university fees?
Listen, God, I'm telling you that, sometimes God makes things in her way. I don't want to say that I had an idea or I had a planning how I'm going to do it. So when I was doing my master's, I got 90,000 from NRF. So that 90,000, I had to plan that in a way that some of the money must go for her fees, her accommodation, and in the middle of some month, she will ask me money, like, can I have this money? I want to buy this. My older sister was paying for food. I was paying for fees and accommodation. From that 90,000, because I had to save.
So what are you living with if you're taking your 90,000 and you're paying your sister's fees?
I'm just living with whatever that I have. So
like, did you get like extra jobs from the university?
No, I didn't get any extra job. That was my whole year.
There's something you're not telling us, because I got 90,000 rand for my master's, and it was enough for just my fees and accommodation. It wasn't even enough for food.
So where I was staying, I told you that for me it was not about living in a nice place and stuff. Where I was staying, I was renting. I think what was about, when I was doing my master's, 2,000.
Wow.
So it was very low.
You got a place like that in Cape Town? That's
yes,
amazing.
I was renting a room inside like a flat, so I was paying 2,000. So I will plan in a way, you receive your half of the money.
Yes.
So I'll plan in a way that, my rent will cost this much. Okay, I'll save this much. I'll make sure that I don't buy grocery that is more than 1,000 rand, so that I can be able to pay for like fees and accommodation for my sister.
You're amazing.
So the second year she got like NSFAS, then that's where everything was relaxed. And 2018 she got NSFAS, and I got like a better funding from my supervisor. Then it was much better. It was, I think, 220,000. It was much better. So I could give my sister money and I could give her as well money.
Sure. Talk about resilience. Your story is a story of resilience. Like, wow.
Because for everything that I'm doing, I'm doing for myself, but I have my family in my mind. Yes, that whatever that I struggle to get into, my little sister mustn't struggle. You understand? If I didn't have a fridge when I was still a student, she must have a fridge. You understand? Because I know the pain of putting your food in someone else's fridge, and then she will tell you that this month I'm buying so much grocery.
There won't be
you
space.
understand? Things like that. So
I understand. Okay, so now there's a student who is busy. Actually, I've had a lot of students like this. They are doing their honors or they're doing their third year in BSc in genetics. Like, what can you advise this person?
For me, I think they mustn't go it for money, because you won't finish your BSc and then you think you will get a job that will give you like so much money. You understand? For science, I think everyone that is in science field knows this, that it's not about money. It's about the passion that you have for science. For me, I feel like working hard, grabbing every opportunity that is coming your way, it will help you, and making sure that even if you don't get to PhD level, just make sure that you get your honors. At least you will be a preference for any job application that you're doing. And at least when you have doing honors, you have a practical experience. But when you are just BSc degree in genetics, it's just like theory, basically. But when you have honors, at least you have that background and that skills for like lab work, like whatever that you will be doing in the workplace.
Yeah, and just to add on that, I think it's very important, if you're doing your third year, it's very important to just work hard so that you're accepted for honors.
Yes, because they take people with higher marks, obviously, and most of the time honors, they take few, like they don't take few. You'll find that you are 40 in a class as BSc, and then they take only 5. So you need to work hard and make sure that your marks are good for them to select you to do your honors.
And then I want to ask, what role did God play in your whole journey?
Here, God played a lot of, like, it's a huge role. Like, I think it started when my mother passed away. That's where God started working in my life, because there are things that happen in my life that I can't explain how, like, I can't tell you. If you ask me, how did you do it? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I think it's his intervention in my life. Like, he was helping me along the way. Like, because there are things that even myself, I can't explain it. But what was making me to do what I'm doing, it was seeing the next person saying to me, oh my God, you helped me, you're such an inspiration. You know, I did this because you told me this and this. So that was pushing me. That was all God's work. You understand? It's just by his grace, I'll say.
I can tell that your story, it's so amazing that there has to be God in it. Definitely.
There's no way it can, like, as I told you, even for my sister, God gave my sister the strength to be a parent at 17 years old.
Imagine
because
that.
she was 16 years she was doing matric when my mother passed away, because my father passed away in 1994. And at that time I think I was 11 and my younger sister was 3. My younger sister now is 22 and I'm this old. And when I look back and I said, she sacrificed her dreams. I mean, my sister, she did sacrifice her dreams for us to prosper. You understand? That's why I'm saying God gave her like a big heart, like strength, just to push us to be where we are. Even if she doesn't get anything at the end of the day, by looking at us being who we are today, I think that was the main aim for her. But I think God has done a lot of work in my family.
I can imagine. And I like how you speak about your sisters. Like, I can tell that you guys are like so
That's
close.
the only
so
family
beautiful.
we have. You know, when you're in our black family, when your parents passed away, no one wants to help you.
They want to, it's like they want to see you suffer.
Yes. And when there's something good happening in your life, they are happy. Because I remember my sister lost a job when I was doing first year, and I still had outstanding fees. People were asking me, when are you going back to school? When are you going back to school? Like, it's my close family were asking that. It's not like even people from outside. People from outside were worried why I'm still
with you
here, because school are starting already. But my family were like worried. Not really worried, but we wanted to know, why am I not going? Is it because of
not even with the intention to actually help?
Yeah, and then they were like, I told you, so you thought university is for you. You understand? You know, like, people are so mean in a way that at the end of the day, I don't know why they're doing it, because it's not worth it. If God wants you to be this person, it will happen anyway.
That's true.
Okay, so you asked me, how do I feel now I'm being a senior scientist. So I did like a postdoc, as I've mentioned, and then after postdoc, and then I went to my supervisor because I thought postdoc, it's wasting my time. I won't progress if I stay as a postdoc. So I went to my supervisor, and then I told him that I want to go and look for a job. And I want a job where I'll do research and do diagnostic at the same time. And then he's like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then like there's a PI advert who's offering me a research post. And then he asked me, how much is he going to give you? And then I was like, she's going to give me this much. It's like, no, I can give you that much. Then scratch the postdoc, I'll give you the post. So she gave.
So wait. So your current supervisor is the one who is asking you how much the other supervisor is giving you. So now there's was there another post there?
There was a senior scientist post. I applied, but HR was like, you don't have 3 years experience, so we can't take you. But the PI saw my CV and then wanted to take me for like a research post in the meantime while I'm waiting for post to come out, because she was planning to speak to HR so that they can downgrade the post so that I can be able to go in.
Guys, wait. Did you listen to that? They were planning to downgrade the post so that she can be able to get it. Like, talk about God. Like, they want to downgrade the post so that, guys.
So what I
can
can
continue.
So and the PI told me that, okay, maybe the post will be out by March next year. But now I want to take you like for research post. And I was like, okay, let me speak to my PI because I also want to work now. I don't want to be a postdoc because postdoc is simply a student. So I told my PI that I'm leaving end of this month. It was December. The reason I'm leaving is because 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's like, why are you leaving? I've heard the rumors, but I was waiting for you to tell me that you're leaving. And then he was like, how much are they giving you? I'm like, they're giving me the same amount for entry for the medical scientist for NHLS. And he took out his phone, he calculated how much they're giving me. It's like, oh, it's fine, I can give you that. I can't let you go for a contract post while I can give you a contract post. He said, please don't leave. Honestly, I don't want you to leave. I'll give you whatever they are giving you. And they created a post for me as a research coordinator. That's what I was doing like from January until now. By March, the PI that I told you about, she sent me an email that the post will be out, but I have a post already. I'll send it to you so that you can prepare your stuff. So
wait, guys, I want you to listen to this properly. So you're actually talking to people that are supposed to employ you.
Yes.
They're actually telling you that the post is out so that you can apply. Like, okay, continue.
So she sent me the post, and then it's like, are you still willing to apply? And then I was like, yes, I'm still willing to apply. And then he's like, oh, okay, you can apply. The post will be out end of March, but I'm giving you anyway the post. So I applied. And then after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I got an email that I'm invited for interview.
So wait, is this the same post that you don't have 3 years experience?
Yes, and they didn't downgrade it. You remember they said they would downgrade the post so that I can be able to get in. But the post was not downgraded. It was still a senior scientist post. It still required 3 years, which I don't have because they want you to have 3 years experience after your 2 years internship of HPCSA. So I don't have. I just have that internship of HPCSA.
Oh, yeah.
Mind you, the HPCSA I was doing concurrently with my PhD, so it was a lot of work. So, but by grace of God, like I've just got my approval. The board accepted my profile, and then it was approved, and then I got the certificate. So, and then she's like, don't worry about the 3 years, just apply. And then I applied, and then got an email for interview, and then I did the interview, I think on the 9th of April. After 2 days, the PI sent me an email that, so we are done on our side. We're still waiting for HR to do their side. And then she put a smile. For me, I wanted to be excited, but at the same time, I was like, calm down. Because that smile was like a hint that you've got the post. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you, Prof. And then I waited, and then HR sent me actually, HR didn't send me like an offer letter. They sent me an email that we called you, we wanted to ask your address concerning the contract. And I was like, contract? Okay. And then I told my husband, like, what does this mean? It's like, you got a job. I'm like, what? I don't want to be excited. At the end of the day, I'm like disappointed. And then I called back the HR. It's like, oh yeah, you got the post, so I wanted the address so that I can put it in your contract and stuff. And then I'll send you an offer letter soon. And then they sent the offer letter. The offer letter still say you're a senior scientist. And I was so happy because it still required the same thing that they said I don't have. You know, God will make things happen. Like, sure. I don't know how, but He will make things happen. So they took me for that post. It's the one that I'm starting 1st of June.
Leveling up, guys. Like, if you're doing medical science, there is hope for you there. I want you to explain something though, which has been a struggle for me personally as well. The HPCSA thing. This is just for medical science students. How does that work? Because I know you need to do like 2 years experience and stuff.
Yeah, you have to. You know, I was fortunate enough to be supervised by Professor Ambrose. Because what happened is that at UCT, they are qualified to take plus or minus 3 students to train for HPCSA. And NHLS always put up posts. I think after 2 years, they release posts for internship to come and train for HPCSA. But there's also the one that you can do it part-time, which what I did. Okay. So the one that you do part-time, you do it through university. Okay. If the university is qualified to take student and train. So I went through the university, like University of Cape Town. So I always wanted to do it even before I came to UCT. So,
but then let's talk about me now. I'm working. If I want to do that internship, what do I have to do?
So the only thing that you have to do, you have to write to the University of Cape Town, Human Genetics, and then you tell them that you're working, but you want to do the internship part-time, you understand? So when you do it part-time, definitely there will be time where you have to take off from work because they have some schedule where you have to do it like 3 months, like sort of like full-time. You must be there like full-time. And some of the things you have to do it part-time, you understand? Okay. So I was doing it part-time. Doing part-time, it means that it's easy when you're a student. I think it's difficult when you're working. Yeah. When you're a student, it's easy because I'll do my own PCR and do my experiment and leave it while it's running. And then I go to the lab, like the NHLS lab, and then they tell me do this, and then I'll do that. Okay. So it's easy when you're a student because the NHLS wants you to be there like full-time. The NHLS internship wants you to be there full-time. Either you quit your job
for an internship, imagine.
But then it's worth it at the end of the day because the PI from Verts was telling me that we've been trying to find people with HPCSA.
That's true, because like most of the posts that I see, they want you to have HPCSA certificate.
Yeah, I was lucky enough then when I came to UCT, I spoke to Prof. Dandara. I was like, there's this thing that I want to do.
But then isn't it 2 years? So if I do part-time, will I have to do it like 4 years now?
No, you still do it 2 years.
Oh, okay.
I did 2 years and 6 months because of admin, you know. I did it 2 years and 6 months. And I'm glad that I did it because people are looking for you. You're not looking for a job.
Yeah. So guys, we need that HPCSA. I'm going to get more information about this after this because it is so important. I know so many of my friends are complaining that we're not getting posts because we don't have that internship. And unfortunately, like it's not like when you complete university, they actually just place you to university.
For me, I feel like there's a gap in our medical scientist labs because I feel like if they should give it to master's student. Let's say you're doing your master's and then they will sort of give you like automatically to do it concurrently with your master's because it's 2 years. Because I think it was supposed to be part of the program. Yeah. You can't expect people to look for places to do HPCSA because they don't take you. Like it's difficult because there are a lot of people who want to do it and then they'll prioritize their student anyway. You understand? Because once you're out of the university, it's very difficult. So for me, I always wanted to advocate for that because I saw a gap that if you're doing a medical scientist like masters, it's a definitely, you must get that. Like you don't need to apply for it. They must tell you that you need to do it. You know, with the medicine, what they do. So if you're doing medicine, they make you do that internship, and then through that internship you get your HPCSA. I think it's supposed to be like that for scientists as well.
I think so too. I think so too. Is there anything else you want to share?
No.
Thank you so much.
The last thing, and then I can say,
Yeah,
I will say to anyone who's listening to this video, your background doesn't determine where you're going. I always make an example to anyone that I'm speaking to, that where you're born, it's like a train station. You're not there to sleep at the train station. You are going somewhere. So you are waiting for another train to take you somewhere. So do not tell yourself that because I'm this poor, I can't do it. Because I don't have money, I can't do it. It is possible. Just make sure you research, ask people. People are there, are willing to help.
Yeah, and please share this video with every student that you think is going to help them. And yeah. Dr. Khuthala, thank you so much for joining me today.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for coming to my journey to greatness, and I believe that I will hopefully be part of that community that you want to build in. Because for me, personally, I also want to grow as a person, hopefully get my PhD as well, and just leveling up, journey to greatness. And I am so motivated by your story, like coming from where you're coming from, without parents, having your sister as a support system, and here you are today, senior medical scientist, a PhD graduate from UCT. Like, what more do you want? Travel. Like, guys, I think one of the things that we actually want is also to travel. You have done that.
Yeah.
And you, without even spending money on it.
Nothing. Science is not that boring, guys. You can do science, you can travel at the same time. And see the world. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And guys, thank you so much. Please comment down below what you thought of this episode. I'll link the description down below. Do you mind if people want to ask you questions offline?
No, I don't mind.
Okay. So what's your Instagram handle?
What's my handle though? Oh my
I'll
God,
link
I'm
it
so
down.
old. Please link it down.
I'll link it down below. You can find her on Instagram, and she's amazing. Always willing to help, always willing to chat to people, and always willing to give back. And thank you so much for that. We need a lot more people like you.
Yes.
So that's it from us today, guys.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching till the end, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you learned something from it. Please like, please subscribe, please hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.